Hello. Am I audible? I believe I'm audible. I can hear myself. I hope I am audible. I'm not audible. I have someone helping me. Blake is helping me. You can hear me? Should I turn up? I should turn up? Okay. Is this better? Hello. I just want to know if I actually have anybody here so I can say hello to you. Do a proper introduction in just a second. Turning up, turning up, turning up, turning up, turning up. It's a little noisy. Sorry about that. All right. Okay, it looks like things are functioning. So, hello. Blake, what are you showing me? Oh, it didn't change the title. Okay, it should be updated now. Sorry that the title wasn't updated. I didn't click done. Is it updated? Amazing. We are not picking D&D spells. We are working on that Offput score. Thank you for your help, Blake. I don't know what I would do without Blake. I'd probably be calling random friends like, hey, can you check my stream real quick? I'd be like, I'm at work. Blake already went to work, and now he's working for me because he loves me. All right, so I am Zwil, the singer for the band Flesh Eater. I am a little invisible because of this. This is a little bit amateurish, I know. I am still kind of getting used to this whole thing, and I want it to work out. I want it to work out really, really badly because it's fun. I really like just talking. I love just talking. Anybody who knows me, just like I will just talk for so long. If you let me, and that's pretty much what this is. So if you like to listen to me talk, this is for you. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to get some stuff done, and I figured I could do that in the company of friends. So let me grab my notebook. It's over there on the table. I can swivel. I have the camera currently pointed at my synthesizer so you can see it, but oh, you know what? The studio is too messy. I'm not gonna reveal how messy the studio is, but I can go there. Yeah. 1 second. Cool. So I started scoring this when I was rehearsing it for the show, but the score is a little messy still. Basically, I got to the point with the score where I was using it, and like I got it to where I could use it and then stopped updating it as I started changing things because I was just frantically rehearsing. So some things on the score are actually old assumptions that I had, or like things that I thought were correct that weren't. And also, it's like just written in pencil. This is like the first draft. Like I was changing the way that it went. Let me turn a light on. I was changing the way that it went or the way that it was formatted as I rehearsed it. So I would like to achieve some consistent formatting. And I would also like it to be more legible, and I would like it to be correct. And then I would like to scan it and give it to people, because even though this is a very like me piece of music, it's a very personal piece of music. Um, I do want it to be able to be played by others. Like, it's esoteric, but it's not. It shouldn't be inaccessible. I mean, it's literally just one instrument and singing. So if you can sing randomly the same phrases over and over again and play this synthesizer or one like it, then you can perform Offput. And who doesn't love a cover? We all love covers. But yeah, I'm gonna do this for like 2 hours, and then I'm gonna play some video games because I like doing that. Alrighty, let me get my patch pulled up, and I do want to do a quick level check. Testing, 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 testing. Okay, that looks about even. Super not bassy. I think I have the bass rolled off. There we go. I'm going to turn that up. I have this sending to an aux send. Yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about like the vocal effects and stuff for this, just because I don't know. I think I can add. I'm going to do this second draft in pencil. This is the lyric sheet. Oh, so this is fun. This piece of paper is like the text that I used. I was going to put it on the cover, but nothing I did to the cover worked. I talked about that already, but nothing I did to the cover made it better, so I just left it as the raw photo. But I did use this text for like the gig poster, for the release show, as well as the J card for the cassette tape. The cassette tapes look so good. And Blake also, I got Blake to like do a lyric sheet poster. It's not done yet. We need to like essentially start it from scratch, but we have like a draft of it, and it also has this second Offput text, and I wrote it on the back of a schedule, a daily schedule for one of my jobs that I had working in tourism. When I first moved to New York, I got this job working at a skyscraper, and this doesn't have any like information on it. Yeah, this is pretty vague. But like I'm here on this, and basically it just is saying like which post I'm gonna be at. Like each of these little blocks is a post that you take, and I actually wrote like the lyrics to a whole album while I had this job, and composed most of that album as well. I'll release an in progress version of that soon, but I kind of want to be able to like give some more time to you all when I do that, to like provide context and talk about it in a way that feels satisfying to me, and hopefully you all as well. But I do feel like I'm beginning to stall, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to get this patch set up. So this is going to be Offput, Offput score draft 2. Cool. Wow, I'm much worse at writing when I'm on camera. And I really do want everything to just move over a little bit to my left. And then I'll probably just reposition this so you can see what's important. I don't know. You can't really make out what the knobs are anyway. But you know what? I'll tell you what the knobs are because I know what they are. And soon you will also know. Cool. So to begin, we need to turn the delay amount to dry, the LFO rate to 6.4, which is an estimate. I mean, it's really like you have to feel it because it's a variable potentiometer, so like it doesn't, maybe I'm getting my terms mixed up, but like it doesn't click to like 6.1, 6.2. It's just like a smooth whoosh, a smooth glide. So have it set to about 6.4. We'll make sure that sounds correct. LFO is off, and you need to click A. Whoa, I'm a little nervous. I haven't actually touched this piece since I performed it at the show. And it was such a great time. Like, I did a really good job. For anyone there, if you were there and you're watching this, I realized, this is so random, but something about the oscillators, like if you leave this synthesizer on for a long time, I think the oscillators get out of phase with each other. I don't really understand the science of it enough, like the circuit theory or whatever, enough to really tell you what's going on. But basically, like, I'll show you when we get further into the score, but when I release the key in certain moments, you hear like kind of sound. And that's just the oscillators doing their thing without me telling it what note to play. And it's supposed to sound very like chaotic and stormy, and essentially like the beats are a lot farther apart from each other. And so the waveform is a lot more like, I'm sure if we looked at it, it would be a lot more chaotic. But if you leave it on for hours, then when you release the key, they have aligned a little bit better and start to sound like, and that's not correct. That's not what I want it to sound like, but I kind of forgot about that because I don't encounter that situation very often. And yeah, so at the show, any moment where I like release the key and it's supposed to make that sound, it was sounding more like sort of that dubstep, like kind of wobbly bass. Still abstract and very classy and very off-putting, but not correct. So I do like this formatting, but I would like to change it a little bit. So we're going to say that prep is going to be its own bubble. And we're going to put everything in here. Right now I have vocal effects separate from synthesizer effects, and I'm going to change that. So we are going to turn off the LFO. We are going to press the A key. We are going to set the rate, the LFO rate, which would go over here. Maybe I should put this in columns a little bit. No, that's okay. I know what's going on. LFO rate. Like, I just haven't figured out how exactly to communicate which column is which. Maybe. Do I have any more tapes left? I didn't look at the chat. I'm sorry. I literally, Blake is like helping me so much right now. I do have a lot of tapes left, actually. Not like not a whole bunch, but we made 59, and I haven't sent record stores their copies yet, so I've sold a few online. We gave out a bunch of the show, and then yeah, so I have enough if you want a tape. At time of recording, there are enough. LFO rate is 6.4. Welcome to the chat room. Welcome. LFO rate is 6.4, and the delay amount is going to be set to dry. I really don't like this being here. I keep just moving everything to the left, but if that's what I've got to do, that's what I'm going to do. There we go. Nice. Okay, you can still see it. That's fine. That's fine. If it's not fine, tell me. Because I'm looking at the chat now. Okay, so that's pretty much formatted the same way it was, but we also, for the vocals, need to set the KP3 to mod 3. Okay, KP3 to 3. We are going to click and not hold. Oh, that looks bad. B3. Maybe I should have gotten the chaos pad out. The chaos pad, if you don't know, has a grid. A grid. And hey, sorry about that. It has a grid, and so the way I know which, like, where to click on the grid is by counting A, B, C, D, E, F, G, or whatever, and then counting up 1 through 8. So B3 would just be like the left corner. Clicking B3, the VE5. I was actually using a Boss preset from their vocal pedal, the VE5. And I set it to favorite A. But it's actually the distortion preset. And I am actually okay with that. I'm not really a snob about presets. I feel like people have kind of gotten over that feeling. I don't know, maybe they haven't. Maybe that was never like a universal opinion, but presets are fine. I mean, what is a pedal but like one preset? It's like one, like any plugin that's simple enough is basically just a preset where you have a few knobs. I mean, everything is a preset. If you're playing a piano, like that's where I really started to question my, like, there was a moment in time in college, where I was like, presets, like I need to be original. I need to be like making my own thing. And it's true, like be original, but like if I'm going to go, like I'm not going to tune every piano that I sit down and play, and I'm not going to like edit the chassis of the piano and replace the felt if I don't like the way it sounds. Like I'm not going to make the piano sound different just because I want it to sound different. Like it is going to sound the way it's going to sound, and I'm going to play it. And someone took the time to design 3 banks. Like a team of people designed 3 banks worth of sounds on this synthesizer. Like it's just ridiculous to discredit that because you didn't do it. Like there's a reason those people have that job, right? Are they out there making music like you? Like maybe. Maybe they're just designing presets for synthesizers. Maybe that's their job. And then I did use the Big Muff on my vocals, on my voice as well, because honestly, it's what I have as far as distortion. It sounded okay. I was okay with it. It's going on the sheet because it's what I did, but I think if I had a more portable laptop, I probably would have just brought it and run it through my mixing chain and tweaked it for the system. But my laptop is 12 years old. Yeah, my laptop is 12 years old and it's starting to slow down. So the Big Muff, I had the sustain. I'm just going to call this BM, like bowel movement, because I'm kind of running out of space already. Okay, bowel movement, sus, 2 o'clock, and bowel movement tone, Big Muff, tone, 2, 4 o'clock. Cool, and that's our prop. So you. I didn't warm up, I'm sorry. But that's okay, because this is not a performance. Is it? Is it a performance? Okay, I like that I have like some of the lyrics written in cursive. That's kind of fun. Someone told me recently they don't know how to write in cursive. I had to learn cursive for school, and I'm doing a really bad job showing it off. And then we turn on the LFO. Cool. Okay, that's step 1. Today, it's 6.3. That's what it looks like to me. You wanna know how I feel? Okay, and then we turn the cutoff down. I do like these instructions because they're pretty correct. Yeah, hopefully I don't have to do too much actual editing to this. I just know there are some things on here that are wrong to the point where like erasing it again is just not gonna really like. I'd rather just reformat this a little bit. Turn the emphasis up and back down. Yeah, I've talked about this before, but just as a refresher for the key, I'll pull up the key. Oh, it's right here. Let's get this. My light makes this funny sound. I don't know if you can hear it. Oh, wow. Is that easier or harder? Is it easier to see? Yes, it is. Okay. Awesome. Do you see how I'm kind of like, I tried to make this as easy as possible. Let me get my pencil. So everything is pretty much a potentiometer, so it's in a circle, it's a knob. So this is turn up, this is turn down. Turn all the way down has like kind of a stop square in the direction. Turn all the way up. Wow, this is like kind of difficult to position. Turn all the way up, like a double arrow at the end of it. Play, metaphorically. Fluctuate. It's like a wiggly line in either direction. Slowly is a dotted line. Hold key is a solid square. Release key is a hollow square. Press key is an arrow pointing to a solid square. Press and release key is a half shaded square with like sort of a blinking halo around it. Linked actions, simultaneous actions. It's kind of like the link symbol. Reset patch. I mean, that only happens once, but I needed a symbol for it. Switch up, switch down. I've already used some of these. For like the LFO, turning up and down the emphasis. One thing I do want to do, honestly, is pull up. I might move the camera with me for a second. Because I kind of wanted to get the my modular studio is in disarray. I kind of wanted to get the session also displayed. So give me one moment. I'm going to download that real quick. Drive. I'm like, I've begun the process of migrating everything to my PC. And I really like this PC. Shout out to Hank. Thanks, Hank. Hank built this PC. But I'm just really not looking forward to migrating everything to it. Gosh, it's just going to take so long. I've already... I've just organized everything so well on my laptop, and it's what I've been using for 12 years to record music on. So even though I'm like still using Ableton, I've used like 4 DAWs in my life. Like I have no issue like using a different system. It's literally the device. Even though it's like the same and it works better, I just don't want to deal with it. Oh, goodness. But we're going to deal with it because it's going to be for the best. That downloaded so quickly. Like, it's just so silly for me to have this stick up my butt about this. Extract. Destination folder. I have to make a new folder. Like, this is just wild. New folder. And what is this going to be? Zwil R. Because it's a Zwil R project. Okay. That took no time at all. My laptop would have been like 3 minutes. I would get up and like go somewhere, go get some coffee. Not like leave my apartment, but like I want to move the camera down so you can see me better, but I really like this orb that's floating above my head. And if I do this, okay, Offput practice session, upgraded Ableton. You're gonna, tonight we're gonna see what Ableton Live 12 Suite can do. Isn't that wild? We're going to see if it crashes my computer while I'm using it at the same time as OBS and Camo Studio. And also monitoring my feed. Oh no. Oh no. Input monitoring. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Turn up my vocal. Were you able to hear the everything? Okay, I'm turning up everything. I'm turning up everything. Sorry if it's a little noisy. I'm still learning to use OBS, so monitoring has been a little bit of a setback for me. Something I'm not understanding is that media files are missing. So let's actually show you what I'm doing so that you're not just like... You can't see what's on the paper when I hold it up? Or is it just when it's down? I'll ask again when I hold it up next time. Application. Oh, beta. Beta OBS feature. Display. Where's window? Window capture. Ableton. Okay. Ableton. Hey, there it is. Capture audio. Yeah. Cool. Wow. So you see how my media files are missing? Isn't that great? I probably will, yeah. I'm okay with that for now. Cool. Okay, let me get to where I can see it. So desktop, Zwil, Offput, practice session. Oh, of course. Of course, that's why. Yeah, all right. Okay. 1 second. I need to go over to my laptop and upload this to my drive real quick. Thank you for your patience. Okay, that's uploading. Whoa. Yeah, you can probably see why I didn't promote this live stream that well, because I'm still getting used to this. No. Okay, we're just going to download the entire Offput folder. That would have been the smarter thing to do instead of just transferring the practice session. I was using the practice session to help me score this originally. It just has like the it has the synth stem with no reverb on it, and it had a monitoring track, and that's it. But I thought the audio files would be in there, and they weren't. Sorry. Okay, well, that's zipping. Cool. While that downloads, probably return to what I was doing. Originally, I was going to also stream myself doing like the first draft of the score, but then I don't know. I didn't have I was like confused as to how this works, to be honest, and I didn't stream it. I did record it, and I might upload it to YouTube, but it's pretty rough. Like, technically speaking, I say a lot of good stuff in it. It's like it could be a fun hang, but it's just like the AC unit was running and this microphone was super quiet, and I don't know. I mean, there's probably going to be technical problems with this one too, but like it's definitely I guarantee you it's better than the original attempt at recording this. Okay. Let's see what the zip is at. Is it finished uploading? Oh, that's why. It hasn't finished uploading yet. But it's there. I can see it. Oh, jeez. Okay. Remix deliverables. Mix stems. Okay. Changing my tactic. I'm just gonna go straight for the stems so we can get to this quicker. Offput remix. Yeah, I delivered. I guess I'll tell you what I did this week while you watch me file manage. Can you see me okay? Yeah, that's fine. Oh, yeah, when it's down. Yeah, that's okay. I'll hold it up if I have something to show, really. This tripod that I'm using, it's really good, but it doesn't have a boom arm. So I can only really tilt it down as much as it's tilted now. And I also haven't upgraded Camo Studio because it costs money that I am not committed to spending yet. But yeah, so this week was a little bit of a like logistical week for me, a little bit of management on my end. Oh, here's the Offput remix session. Let's just download that. Do you have to zip it, Google Drive? Oh, it doesn't matter because it's moving really quickly. Okay. Yeah, so this week I prepped the Offput remix stems and the remix session because some of the remixers are using Ableton. And I delivered it to 11 people, 11 artists. I have 2 more that I haven't reached out to yet because they don't know me, and I honestly am a little bit intimidated to reach out to them at all, but I'm going to because I don't know, I figure why not at least try, but I'm not going to say who they are. Just because if anybody backs out or like says no, I don't want to be like, this person's going to remix my, like, that everyone just got the materials. These people will get their materials in a second. And yeah, it's not downloading, which is kind of strange because it definitely downloaded that last thing pretty easily. So I did that. I have one more person who's a maybe right now. I think she's going to get back to me soon. And I also delivered a Flesh Eater song for mix, because the Flesh Eater record is still in mix, and it will be forever. I think that we will be mixing this album for the rest of my life, is how I feel about it. That's the feeling, though. It's not actually real. Piano, Offput, 𝘖𝘧𝘧𝘱𝘶𝘵, dry. Here we go. Can you at least download a file, or must you zip? Yeah, download anyway. And then I also want the vocal. Let's just have everything be pretty much how it is. It's the lead vocal, and then do I have BGVs? Yes. Okay. It's downloading. Yeah, I should have probably downloaded this stuff before I went live. That's probably why it's taking forever. So I might have to take some guesses here. But I appreciate all of you who are here for sticking with me through this. Sorry for being a little slow. But you know what? Here in this 𝘖𝘧𝘧𝘱𝘶 world, we move a little slow. Yeah, I'm also a little bit worried that I'm overloading my computer doing this. Okay, if the stream is currently not streaming, please tell me. Okay, word. So it's saying that it just has a few more minutes left on this file download. Yeah, sorry about that. In the meantime, you wanna know what's going on, how I feel. You wanna hear what I think. Cool. So I definitely turned down the contour here as well. So already I've started formatting this a little bit better. Basically, here on this page, on the left, we have arbitrary actions, and on the right, we have settings. So sometimes like everything is in settings. Like here, this is part of movement 4, you weren't ready. Essentially, like here, pencil. Essentially here, like I'm gonna turn the feedback up to 3. Whereas if I was just gonna turn it up until it sounded right, or until it felt right, I'd put it over here with press G, press A flat, press A, turn up the delay amount, Turn the delay amount back down. It's just like, you know, we're just turning it. We're not concerned about where we're turning it because we know what to listen for. We've performed it before. So I'm just going to turn down the contour. I mean, I could say what to turn it down to, I suppose, but it's not really that important. But I guess I do turn it down to 2. About. So why not? That happens after I mess with the cutoff and emphasis. And then I don't necessarily link actions that are not like that don't need to be linked. Like these two being on the same line in the same instance to me is enough to show that they are linked. Because also like this is a timeline, like each line as we go down, we're doing these things in order. This is a step-by-step guide about how to play this. So we're turning down the cutoff, and then we're turning up and back down the emphasis. You know what? These things are linked. See, this is why this is draft 2. Because we're finalizing what each of these things is going to be so that when I really write this out in pen, maybe on better paper, we'll see. It will be very neat and it will be correct. Okay, and then we're going to turn the contour down to 2. And who in the class can tell me what contour does? I don't know. Nobody else knows either. Okay, I'm going to check on the file download real quick. Nice, it downloaded. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Can you see me? Yay. All right. Ableton. Back into Ableton. Live 12. Sweet. Here we go. Live 12. I've been using Live 9 on a 2012 MacBook Pro. Okay, wait. Actually, Control-Shift-S. Zwil R. Just go ahead and delete that. And then what? New folder. You know what? Actually, I'm just gonna save this here. We can deal with it later because I'll probably delete this. Oh. Oh no. Offput. Notation. Live stream 2. All right. Wait, what? Oh, God. Okay. All right. SEO2 dry. Here we go. It's finally coming together. We'll be coming together in just a second. Haha. Can you see it? I bet you can. What? It's in mono? Yeah. Right? Yeah, it's in mono. Oh, and it auto-named the track for me based on the clip title. Isn't that great? I don't have any audio, though. Let's see. Back. No. Sorry, I'm like, how do I use Windows? Audio. Yeah, I should be able to hear it. Or do I need to set this to OBS? Okay, whatever. 8,192 sample buffer size? What? I didn't even know that was possible. Oh, I still don't have any audio. It's grayed out. Yes! Wow, okay. Cool. Let me double check that's not like loud as fuck. Wow, that's very loud. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna turn it down in Ableton. Awesome. Okay, the part of the stream where I'm setting up is over, I think. It'll never be over, let's be real. Huh, interesting. I don't know why Windows decided to make this. I could not fetch configuration. Connection timed out. Do you want to continue streaming without enhanced broadcasting? I don't know. Am I there? Could not access the specified channel or stream key. Oh my god. Sorry, I am looking for my stream key now, I guess. Clicked settings and it didn't take me to the settings. Okay. I'm really checking settings and it's like showing me the wrong thing. Excuse me. No stream manager. Okay, yeah. I can tell. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I know. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm trying to find my stream key.
It's quiet too.
Well, it's not quiet because it's not happening.
Your voice before it went down was too soft.
I mean, I can't turn, like, I turned up already. Turned up like 5 times. You said it was okay. Okay, well, here, hold on. Help me, just tell me, I guess, tell me if it's loud enough when I get to that point. I need to remember where to put the stream key. Okay, I believe that I'm back. I think that I'm back. Stream manager. Yeah, okay. It looks like I'm back. Cool. I mean, it doesn't look like my connection is very fast, but I think it's because I'm trying to download things, so we're just going to stop doing that. Because I don't need those stems right now. Cool. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm back. Unstable. Love that. That's fine. That's fine. We can be unstable. I'm a little bit unstable. We're all a little bit unstable sometimes. I did get advice that I needed to turn up again. So I'm going to do that. Hello, 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 hello. Turning up. I'm turning up. And cool. All right. Back to it. Y'all, this is like harder than it looks. But we're doing it. Cool. Okay. Thank you for sticking with me through that. Is anyone saying anything? No. Okay. Cool. Welcome to any newcomers. I am going to continue working on this score. Finally. So let's play back. Let's play back Ableton. So when we switch the LFO on, it sounds like this. That is the cutoff and emphasis. Cool, so we're playing with cutoff. And emphasis. Alright, backing up. Yeah, I know. I know I'm not in frame. It's okay. I'll fix it. Hello. Is that a little better? A little bit. I'm still working out like the best position for this. Clearly it's not where you can also see the other camera. Turn down the contour to 2. Play with the emphasis and cutoff, and then we turn. Okay, so there it sounds like that was when we turned up the contour. Turn the contour back up. To what? Let's find out. Well, okay. That's not the contour. oscillator to oh, okay. I can turn the synthesizer down a little bit. Blake is so helpful. I love him. LFO oscillator is at like 2. Can you hear the sound my lamp makes when I move it? It's actually a really funny sound to me. That's kind of crazy looking. Wow. Okay. LFO oscillator is currently set to 2.2. And so is the LFO filter amount. It's about 2.1. Cool. See, this is already more detailed. And then we're going to turn the cutoff up to a specific amount, actually, this time. I like the contour better at 6, I think. I can't turn it down all the way. I'm gonna keep it here. And it's gonna be about the same level as my vocal because I also need to be able to hear the synthesizer. So cool, okay. The contour went up to 6. And then we turn the emphasis down to 3. It's like about 4. It's like, just listen to it. It's about 4. And it's going to stay there. And the cutoff is going to go up to 1. Cool. Making progress. And then, of course, where I put the light. There we go. Yeah, you can see. Boop, boop. See, I'm wondering if this is going to be like more or less useful than the original score, because it's more specific, but like it's also like if you're playing it, like you can't read all of these settings. In handwriting, you kind of just have to play it and know it. So, but once we get to this point, we are about here, where the playback head is, and at that point, we're pretty much at the end. Then we turn the delay amount up. So let's go to the original draft 1. Delay amount up to 6.4. And turn down the LFO rate. Actually, we turn off the LFO. And then we set the LFO rate to 5.8. And then we turn it back on. And then we play with the LFO rate. So let's hear that. Let's hear what that sounds like. So you what I think. You wanna know what I think. You wanna know what's going on with me. It really feels like the LFO oscillator and filter amounts are a lot lower. I'm gonna set them both to 1. It's like barely perceptible that they're on. Like I don't want to hear a pitch bend necessarily. I just want the pitch to be a little bit less stable sounding. Because if you just turn the LFO oscillator amount up a little bit, it sounds it's just really giving that like kind of late 2000s like kind of analog dirt through digital kind of passion pit sound. I'm assuming that Passion Pit used analog synths. I'm pretty sure that he did, but I don't know. Michael, if you're listening, let us know. Did I get his name right? I like gave him a hug once. I used to be such a creep. Like I used to think that musicians, that like artists were these like holy people or something, and that like I needed to make contact with them, not like physically, but like meet them and make them aware of my existence. That was a silly time because I spent a lot of time like after concerts waiting, like concerts, I would call them concerts, and I would wait outside after the show and wait for them to like be leaving so I could intercept them and say hello. And like I didn't even really care about getting signatures. I would like hand them a CD full of demos or like be like thank you, and like I don't know. I think he offered me a hug. Like I think he was just being really nice. He probably does not remember that. I remember it because I was really young and I thought Passion Pit was the coolest thing in the world. And I mean they are really good. Like but I mean they're just people. cool. So we play with the LFO rate, and that's where we are here. Come on. Please, for the love of God. There's no reason for this. Yeah, this is kind of failing. I'm not sure what's going on. To be honest, I'm sorry to anyone who stuck around through a couple of stream crashes. I'm really not sure why that's happening. It's saying unstable connection, but that wasn't a problem last time I streamed, so I don't really know why that would be happening now. Yeah, I apologize, but I'm back. So we're here. You know what? That sounds kind of slow. I think it's a warping. There we go. There we go. I was like, why does that sound so slow? Because obviously a a stem bounced at 88 BPM when put into a session that's 120 BPM, it's going to slow down that anyway. I don't know. I am not a producer. I'm just a producer. I'm not a technician. Yeah, okay, I already wrote this part down. So LFO rate, we're playing with it. We've got the delay amount turned up. The LFO rate. I think that having it set to 5.8 is a weird thing to put here. I think really what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that we're going to turn down the LFO rate before turning it back on. And then we're going to settle at 5.8. Whoa. Then we're going to settle at 5.8 after playing with the LFO rate. And it is going to be now at 5.8, which is here. You want to know what's going, how I feel. You want to hear what? It's going from like 3 to 1. Okay. Do you hear how like sleazy that sounds? Like it's just so. That's like very passion pit to me. And how did I originally write this? So once we play with it, okay, so I was right the first time. We play with the LFO rate, and then we set it to 5.8. Oh my freaking Christ. Are we down? Why? Start streaming and continue to stream. I'm getting a little frustrated with the connection issue that I cannot troubleshoot at the moment because I'm currently trying to do this. So yeah, it seems that now if it drops out, I can just immediately start back up again and it's fine. Yeah, anyway. Any newcomers, thank you for joining me. We're scoring Offput. So the alpha rate is set to 5.8, and then we turn the delay amount off. We turn the delay all the way off using a symbol that I showed you earlier, which looks like the directional arrow for turn down, but with a stop. With a stop square. See? Bloop, bloop. Whatever. I really need to get my lighting, like, figured out better. You know what I can do? Here, give me 1 second. Okay, we're going to see if this fixes the problem of the lighting situation. Haha! I forgot that I had a light over there on the... Oh, you can kind of see it in the background. If you're looking at this camera, the tape rack back there has a light on it. We're still streaming. We have not lost connection. We're drinking coffee through a straw to protect our teeth. Wow. Can you see that better? Yeah. You know what? That's serviceable. It will be even better next time. Turning the delay amount all the way down. Right. As per the original score, draft 1 of the score, then we turn the LFO pitch. Oh, okay, so this is kind of fun. Here, obviously, I improvised a symbol emphasis. I kept this for draft 2 because I like that it's just kind of arbitrary. Turn it up and back down. To me, that communicates what it's trying to say. I did the same thing here. Here. LFO pitch. Which is the wrong name for it. But I actually have a better way of notating that now. And I'm going to do it here. So the delay amount goes all the way down. So you want to know what's going, how I feel. You want to hear. Yeah, all right. Delay amount goes all the way back down. And then we turn it up and back down, which is not on draft 1. Delay amount off. And then immediately after, we turn it up and back down. This will be a fun symbol to try and write. We're going to start with the stop square, and we're not turning it up all the way. Then we're turning it back down. Yeah? Would you know what to do if you saw that? I guess it's a little bit hard to see with the pencil. Can I fix the light a little bit? Yeah. Yeah. It's like 3 symbols at once. It's fine. We have a key. And then we are going to turn the LFO rate. So this is a fun one. LFO rate. Oh, I can't wait to show this to you. LFO, not rate, sorry. LFO oscillator amount will go up to 3. And then back down to 1. That's the filter amount. And the way that I notated that is sort of with like an upside down horseshoe or like an omega sign, sort of. So LFO oscillator, right, it's at 1. So we're going to turn it up to 3 and back down to 1. So it's like this symbol is one that I use to alternate. And then I think for the key, to make this a little bit more abstract or to like communicate the concept more, like I have turn up and back down, right? And the key turn up, turn down. Like kind of, but I like this better because it really just means move in a direction. So for these, I think what I'll do for the updated key, which I can go ahead and start working on, maybe on this half sheet of paper because I just have a half sheet of paper. Offput, score, draft. Oops. Okay, I'm going to run out of freaking lead doing this. Oh, God. I think that just went into my synth, whatever. Draft to key. Turn in a turn. Just turn. Plus or minus. Right? Turn plus or minus. Because that leaves the door open for a symbol like this, which is to be interpreted as turn up and back down, which we know because of the values next to it. We know where this is, where oscillator, the LFO oscillator is set already because of being up here. So we have that context once we get here. The knob is currently at 1. I see this, I think, turn up to 3 and back down to 1. Cool. Updating the key. And all of a sudden, the score is getting longer. Cool. Okay. And then on draft 1, I have play with cutoff and play with emphasis, which we've done already, and I think that does happen again, but let's just verify in Ableton. Come with me back to my desk. Interact with the light pole. We are still streaming. Our stream has not crashed. Playing with the cutoff. Playing with the emphasis. Playing with the cutoff. Cool. But it sounds like about here, the cutoff does kind of land somewhere. So we're going to play with cutoff and emphasis. And then we're going to find out where the cutoff lands. See me okay? Yeah. Okay. Offput live. Offput score draft 2. You know, when you're using a mechanical pencil and like one click, that's not going to focus. What am I doing? But one click isn't enough, and then 2 clicks is way too much. Like if I tried to, you can't, yeah, well, whatever. If I tried to write with this, like it would just immediately break. What I used to do in school is I would obsessively like hold it and put it where I wanted it, and then be aware that when I released it, it would go in a little bit. Oh yeah, that is the perfect amount of mechanical pencil. Oh no, come on, focus. Come on, iPhone. iPhone, you can do it. No, you can't do it because you're in camo. Is it because of camo? Whatever. Like, I wonder if camo, like, is camo worth, tell me, chat, is camo worth spending money on? Like, do you care that this camera right here is only showing you 720p? Like, it's smaller than the whole screen. Play with cutoff and emphasis again. But then we do have the cutoff settle on a value. So let's find that value. Wow, I'm already reaching like close to the 2-hour mark and I'm only in movement 1. It's because of all these technical issues, honestly. You wanna know what's going, how I feel. You wanna hear what I think. You wanna know what I think. You wanna know what's going. Okay, that sounds really nice. Yeah, we're gonna go minus 0.9. Minus 0.9 for the cutoff. I don't even care if that's right, it just sounds so nice. And that's the end. Right now. Oh yeah. Okay. Reset patch. Reset patch. Reset patch. That's going to go in the middle. So like, I know this is like totally arbitrary because it's my score. Okay, it's my score. So it's arbitrary, it's fine. But my commitment to like the right column being for setting like specific settings at specific values, and the left column being for arbitrary actions. The middle, which I haven't utilized yet except for these lyrics here. This is a good example. This is a moment. This is a moment, a goal that we must reach. It is so you. It's the opening. This is the opening to the whole piece. So it's going in the middle. Right? I mean, yes, this is a value. These are words. The voice is setting itself to words, which are these. There are notes. I'm not writing them down because I have them memorized. And honestly, I don't know about notating the vocal for this. It feels a little weird. There are things that I do in the recording that I do live. Most of it at this point I do have memorized. But there are long there's long stretches, especially in movement 3, Put Me On You Won't, where I'm just arbitrarily repeating certain phrases, and I don't feel that I currently do not feel that it is like advantageous to try and remember exactly what to do there, because especially in Put Me On You Won't, like the synth really takes over and the vocal becomes very like hypnotic. So this is vibes. Like the vocal is vibes. If you want to sing the melody how I sang it, that's fine. There are moments where that will work. But for here, we're focused on notating what the synth is doing. And we're resetting the patch. Reset patch. Whew. All right, page 2. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm glad I have this coffee with me because I'm starting to yawn. Yeah, I told myself this would be a 4-hour stream. I would do this for 2 hours, and then I would play Assassin's Creed. So I'm going to try to stick to that, but I am going to start movement 2. And I'm going to drink coffee with a straw. Also, if you're new or if you're not new and you want to say hi in the chat, I am looking at the chat occasionally. So if you have a question or want to say hi, please do, because I like hearing from people and I want to know what you have to say. Like, how weird do you think I am for drinking coffee through a straw? But you know what? I drink like 6 cups of coffee a day. So if you want my teeth to not be 100,000% brown, like, like I don't care about having like white teeth, but I also don't want to have like 100,000% coffee stained teeth. For the record, screw having white teeth. Like, that's gonna mess your teeth up. I don't know if that's true, but it freaks me out. Like putting goop on your teeth and then zapping it with UV. I just cannot imagine that that's good for your enamel. Look it up. I'm not a dentist, but like, I don't know. My teeth are wide enough. It's fine. Like teeth, there. If you go back and look at movies, like if you watch any movies from before the like late 90s, I people didn't have white teeth in movies. You'd see like a hot person, right? Super like conventionally sexy person wearing like a skimpy outfit or a bathing suit, and when they smile, their teeth are not white. Like they're white enough. They're straight usually, but like people just had teeth. And now people's mouths, like they might as well just be wearing dentures. Like you don't know. That might not even be their teeth. That might be like CGI retouched teeth just so we're not grossed out by what? A little bit of yellow? Like I don't know. It's weird. It's weird to me. The obsession with like having clean, like white teeth, I think is like. I would love someone to do like a media analysis on this. Like I don't know. Let's get some YouTuber Nebula person to do like a media analysis of like representation of teeth, because obviously colorism is very much a rampant issue in America, and like especially in our media. And I wonder like how much of a correlation can be drawn between colorism, like with people's skin tones, and like how that relates to racism, and also like how that relates to teeth color. Like, are those things related? Maybe. I don't know. But it seems kind of weird that people are like, I need my teeth to be shiny and white. Like, do you? Wouldn't you rather they be strong? And like, is that attainable? I don't know. This is coming from a skincare person. I'm like, I love skincare, so who am I to talk? All right, I'm getting off focus. Okay, so we finished. So you want to know how I feel? Now we're at, are you ready? Bump. Okay, so I have in draft one that we're gonna set the sustain of envelope 1 to 0. I am not going to write that down yet because I'm not sure about that. I wrote that down at one time and thought that it made sense, but now I'm not so sure. We're going to hold a flat, which is notated with a filled in a solid square. Not a cube, but a square. So this is like the base patch. When I made this patch, this is what I did. Turn the cutoff up to 2.6 and then back down to a different number than where we started, so I'm not going to use the omega one. And then we'll turn the decay down to basically 5. Turn the decay down to decay 1, down to 5, and back up to 50, which is where it's going to stay for a minute. think you're ready. I don't think, I don't. Yeah, I don't think you're ready. I don't think you're ready. You're ready to hear what you wanna know. Well, I don't, yeah, I don't think you're ready. You're ready to hear. Okay, I got a little carried away there. I like this movement a lot. Movement 2, are you ready? Movement 2, are you ready, is one of the most fun to play. It's got like so many really satisfying moments in it with like the vocal effects, and the decay does this really cool thing. Reset the patch that I am going to notate right now. So the decay is currently at 50 because we've done turn that up to 3, back to 1, and then we turn this down to 5 and back to 50. Alright, now we're going to turn down the LFO rate. Arbitrarily. And then turn the delay off. Yeah, I don't think you're ready. I don't think, I don't. Playing with the LFO rate. I don't think you're ready. Oh, it's already happening. It's a little bit hard to predict when that's going to happen, but I don't know how to describe it. But I'm going to try my best. So, but before it happens, the LFO rate is going to settle at 6. Just a nice even 6. You hear that? Bum, 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 bum. This is one of the most satisfying moments of this movement to me. It's so cool. Like, it only happens here. It's so beautiful. Oh, it gives me chills when it happens, and when it doesn't happen, like it doesn't happen, and I can't figure out why. It really gets on my nerves. And it happens at about 10. It's like somewhere between 10 and 50. But it could be all the way down at 10. See, I was still draft 1 here, which I'm referencing. I'll show you on camera. Decay down, then decay back up, right? Like, I know that's what I want to do, and then over here, I'm like, okay, decay 10 to 50. Like, yeah, that makes sense, but I can improve that to decay 1 colon 10 to 50. Consolidated or whatever. Shortened. Make it shorter. There's a vocab word for that. And I forgot what it is. I don't think you're ready. You're ready to hear what you wanna know. Well, I don't. Oh, I'm not even beginning to notate like the big muff here, like the distortion. I just don't know. I don't know yet if I'm going to use the big muff or notate the big muff, because like it's really like what distortion do you have access to, and do you want to put distortion on your vocal at this point? Like I wanted to, but that's a mixing decision. Like, is that really I mean, it is compositional in nature, I guess. I composed automation for for the distortion that I then replicated live on a big muff, but I don't know. I guess I'm just not convinced that I love the big muff for this. Like the big muff is a really cool, can you see, you can't see it. Down here, like below, this is a 2-tiered keyboard stand, and the bottom level is my SH201, the Roland SH201, a very strange synthesizer. But I've been using it for years, and I've made some really cool, like kind of guitar almost sounding very shrieky sounds using this through a big muff. It's a very special combination of gear to me. Cool. Okay, back to it. Sorry. I don't think you're ready. You're ready to hear what you wanna know. Well, I don't. Yeah, I don't think you're ready. You're ready to hear. All right. This is draft 1 is correct here. We're going to play again with the LFO rate. I'm so happy my stream hasn't crashed in some time. I wonder what's going to happen when I try to, like, I haven't actually gone live streaming a video game before. Oh my God. There's a hair on that. But I'm curious if it's going to crash my stream, because already it's been crashing for God knows what reason. LFO rate. Now we turn the LFO rate down to, I don't even want to specify a setting or like a value. I would say turn it all the way down, but I think that's going to lose a little bit of momentum. So I would say, if you're performing this, you want to know why you don't. Yeah, I don't think you're ready. You're ready to hear what I okay, like let's say 2.1. Okay. 2.1. And then we have another big moment. I love this. Like, it's crazy to me, but like, are you ready? Movement 2 is already like the least complex movement. Maybe that's why I like it so much. It's just like I can focus on singing. All right, sorry, slurping noises. Now we turn all of the oscillators ranges down too low. So if you've ever played an SEO2 synthesizer, or if you never have, let's see. Okay, yeah, you can see that well enough. So these are set up in sections here. Over here we have control on the far left, and then we have oscillators, cross mod, mixer, filter and envelopes, LFO, and delay. Like, such a simple setup, so streamlined, very like easy to understand in terms of like what your parameters are that you can edit. But some of what these parameters do is such a mystery to me, and I've read descriptions. I just don't really understand, I guess, like sound design well enough to really like totally grasp this. But I'm not gonna like break down this whole synth, but basically like oscillators, each oscillator has a range from low to 2. Low, 32, 16, 8, 4, and 2. Sure. Basically, it's like, do you want the oscillator to be like within a range that's like really low, or within a range that's really high, or within a range that's somewhere in between? Like, I guess a good way to describe this would be like, if I had a sustained tone, that would probably be a better description. But like, if I were to hold out a note and then turn up the LFO, you know, I'm not a good person to explain this. Basically, I'm going to turn all the oscillators down to low. So that's what's going to happen. Oscillators 1 through 3 are going to get switched. So switch down, 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 oscillator 1, oscillator 2, oscillator 3, range. Peaches, hello. My dog just tried to come in the studio. She's not allowed to come in the studio anymore because she pees on the rugs. Range. Colon. Low. Peaches, why are you trying to come in here? You want to come say hi? I'll show you my dog. Who wants to see my dog? Oh, God. Okay, hold on. She needs my help. Are you telling me it's time to play Assassin's Creed? Come. Let me show you off. Yeah? No, baby. Oh, the light. Oh, there's Peaches. This is Peaches. Everyone say hi to Peaches. She's a ham. Sorry. Sometimes she tries to go somewhere and then she gets stuck. She's really old. Oh, I'll show you my cat because she's right next to me. This is January. She doesn't like this. Okay, I'm going to put her down. There you go. There you go. There you go, Dumbo. All right. Okay. The pressure is like off because only one person's watching and it's Blake. I've had coffee. We've reached the end of movement 2. Are you ready? What All right, movement 3. Put me on. Put me on. You won't. Okay. I'm trying to decide if I want to keep going with this or if I want to go ahead and pivot to video games. I think if I'm going to play a video game, I should probably start soon because I really only want to do this till like 11. And I could always just, maybe I'll go live again and do the, do Put Me On and You Weren't Ready, which will definitely get me new viewers. Well, I hope that everyone's learned something about Offput tonight. I am going to take a quick 3 and go to the restroom. So I'm going to set some kind of overlay that will say that. Can I just add text in OBS? I think I can. I totally can. Text. Sure. Text. BRB. Gotta pee. Okay, I'll be right back. All right. Where'd my camera go? Oh. Okay. I am back. I am back from the restroom. I got myself some streaming fuel in the form of grapes and peanut butter and some gummy. And I think it's time for AssAss. I'm going to update the title. Time for AssAss. Hello. Time for AssAss. All right, stream info updated successfully. Give me one moment. I'm going to reposition my cameras.